As we said in the beginning, we want to enable you folks in this world of GenAI. So we want to show you how a typical GenAI application is architected, how it works behind the scenes. First, the backend LLM, the GenAI brain. This is the large language model. This powerful engine generates text, images, or the code that you have requested. It processes the gathered context and retrieve data from the application layer to create a response which is then sent back to the user. The application layer, this is the coordinator in front of the LLM. This manages the flow of information between you and the GenAI models. It takes your request, understands what you need, and decides the best way to execute it. It then sends the GenAI response back to the front end in a user friendly format. Keeping the context, the memory master. Imagine you are having a conversation with GenAI and you don't want to repeat yourself every time. The application layer often stores session based memory or short term memory, as well as even long term memory to keep track of previous interactions. This allows GenAI to understand your current request in context with previous conversation and creates a more seamless interaction. RAG and vector databases, or the knowledge hunters. Many GenAI applications use a technique called Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RAG. Large language models are trained on general data, but for specific information, you need to provide additional context. Due to token limits, we can't send large amounts of data like manuals or documents in each prompt. Vector databases come to the rescue, storing data as vectors or numerical representation. When you ask a question, your query is translated into a vector, and similar vectors are quickly retrieved from the database, supplying additional context to the LLM. Finally, the front end. This is your gateway to AI. This front end is the user interface which interacts directly with you. It could be a website, a mobile app, or a simple chat window. Its main job is to capture your request and send them to the AI brain for processing. This is where you type your prompts, upload your images, or provide any other input. This front end is generally hosted on a web server. Let's take an example. ChatGPT. Now, when you type a question into ChatGPT, the application layer receives it. It then uses RAG or vector databases, searches for relevant information. This information, along with the conversation history or the context, is passed to the LLM or the backend GPT model. This generates a response. That response is sent to the application layer, which formats and sends it back to the front end, which then shows it as a completion to the user or to you. This is the entire end to end flow and a typical architecture for a GenAI application.